From the OU TV Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Brief News Brief, a brief look at today's trending news topics, proudly combating the thought police since 2016. Here's your host, James Heaney.
I'm James Heaney, and this is your Brief News Brief. Today, Donald Trump said that he wants the country open by Easter. Easter this year, April 12th. So that's a deadline of about 2.5 weeks. So is it safe to reopen the whole country in 2.5 weeks? Well, experts say no. But who's asking experts? This is a worsening crisis that we have barely seen the tip of the iceberg of. And it's probably going to be months, if not a year, into the next year, that there's a vaccine. In fact, a World Health Organization official said that the United States has the potential to become the new epicenter of the global crisis. The crisis in New York is getting worse and worse every day, and that same pattern has potential to sweep across the entire country. Confirmed cases in New York are doubling every 3 days, with confirmed cases topping 25,000. But again, they have tests. They have tested more people than any other state. Many in the Republican Party are publicly contradicting President Trump. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is on the record saying that lives must take priority over getting the U.S. economy back to full force. Liz Cheney also chimed in. There will be no normally functioning economy if our hospitals are overwhelmed and thousands of Americans of all ages, including our doctors and nurses, lay dying because we have failed to do what's necessary to stop the virus. Even Lindsey Graham spoke up. There is no functioning economy unless we control the virus. Trump says that Easter is such an important day, the day that Jesus rises up again. Will it be the day that America rises from the dead and all of the things go back to normal? Well, odds are a post-coronavirus world will never go back to normal. But we are Americans, and we will persist, and we will innovate, and when the moment rises, we will be there to persevere, and we will get through this. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi today called for a major scientific intervention to guide the nation's decisions on responding to the coronavirus. Maybe when we get out of this, the country will have a newfound respect for science. Here's to hoping. FEMA has taken over the coronavirus response, and in the very few days that it's been at the helm of the ship, it's already showing signs that it may be completely overwhelmed as an agency. It's the most sprawling, complex crisis it's ever faced. We're not talking broken buildings and flooded streets. You're not in Kansas anymore, FEMA. As the coronavirus pandemic is accelerating, the government is being faced with cascading breakdowns and supply chain shortages. This morning, Governor Cuomo criticized FEMA, telling them, "Thanks for the 400 ventilators, FEMA, but I need 30,000. Do you want to select who the 29,600 people who will die because we don't have what we need?" President Trump has placed FEMA in charge of coordinating the federal response to the outbreak. State governors are pleading for faster relief. U.S. cases have passed 16,000, and the deaths have been spiking in the past few days. There's over 650 deaths and is rising. There has been a lot of confusion in the past days about if Trump has invoked the Defense Production Act. This morning, FEMA Administrator Pete Gaynor unexpectedly announced that the Trump administration had invoked it. Shortly after, Trump said the administration did not yet need to wield those powers. So what the bleep is going on here? Worse yet, what happens when natural disasters that FEMA handles do start devastating towns? Major flooding. It's flood forecast this spring, Will volunteers be too sick or too scared to come out and build sandbag bulwarks to help evacuate neighbors? The pandemic will be the most challenging event that FEMA will ever face. The conditions are changing so rapidly that there's no sign that any state will get through this without significant impact. The Olympics are postponed. Finally, geez, what took them so long to come to this conclusion? It took a really, really long time. They didn't have any choice, did they? I mean, what were they debating? I heard people talking about, we don't want the Olympic dreams of 11,000 athletes to die. 20,000, not just dreams, people died. It's a coronavirus pandemic, dum-dum. There was pressure coming in from all over the globe. Athletes were not feeling safe about it. No one was feeling safe about it. Yet it wasn't until today that International Olympic Committee and Japanese officials sharply reversed course. The Olympics and Paralympics will not be taking place this summer in Tokyo, period. Another event bites the dust, and another one does, from the coronavirus. I'm sorry, am I not? I guess that's not as sympathetic as it should be, but it's true. Organizers say that they now hope to stage the games by the summer of 2021. Well, postponing the games seems like an obvious move in terms of, keeping athletes safe. Postponing the games does carry massive political, financial, and competitive fallout. Nothing like this has ever happened. If the Olympics can go, anything can go. Will any sports ever come back, ever? We've had sports canceled for 2 weeks, but maybe we need to start bracing ourselves for sports to be canceled for a long, long time. The Olympics have only been canceled 2 times, for 2 world wars. The torch-lighting ceremony was held in Greece without spectators on March 12th, over concerns surrounding the growing pandemic. That was the first time that happened in 35 years. The torch-lighting was not open to the public. Maybe that was a sign that it was doomed from the get-go. These are extraordinary and unprecedented times. Stay safe, America, and wash your hands. And don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me.
Newsman, get your newsman. Come on, newsman, tell me the news. Tell me the news. Tell me the news. Newsman, get your newsman. Come on, newsman, tell me the news. Newsman, get your newsman. Come on, newsman, tell me the news. Tell me the news. Tell me the news. Newsman, get your newsman. Come on, newsman, tell me the news. News.